I'm going to be reading part 703 over again today. You probably noticed a lot of times when I read, I screw up on this word or that word. But yesterday, when I read this, I had a huge error. And sometimes I watch these things and I think, how did I ever say, why did I say that? And then a lot of times I can realize why I goofed. Like when I got down to verse 20 here, I said, "But is like a very fair heifer, but destruction cometh." And I thought, but? How did I get but out of Egypt? And it very likely I'm coming down here and then my eye drops down here and I just see that but, I guess. Who knows, but anyways, I'm going to read this over again. And I hope that you'd pray for me as I read these things. I'm always praying that the Lord will use my frailness, the weakness of my flesh, my eyes darting about, every day. There's a different set of circumstances either in my life or just the way you feel sometimes. Sometimes you just don't feel like, doing your job. And this is kind of really my job for the Lord. And I love it when I do it. But anyway, I wish that you'd pray for me. And also, if you ever see something where I goofed up bad, I'm not adverse to you letting on to it and putting a message below the video and saying, hey, you said that instead of, what it was, what it actually was. That would be encouraging to me. It show me that folks are paying close attention. So just, feel free to do that. I would say within reason, because I tell you what, I already get folks that come along sometimes. Like the other day I had a fella come along and in one of the readings. I mean, this fella, I don't even know who he is. He doesn't come around very much. Maybe he comes around all the time, but if he does, he doesn't let me know. So, maybe you're the guy and you're listening to this right now and you'll remember writing this, but you just wrote too fast. Okay, now that's not encouraging. I'll say that. Because if somebody comes along and they post just something in general like that, I always wonder, well, hey, where are you the rest of the time, Where are you on the encouraging end? All right, so those kind of things actually are annoying. But if you want to be specific about something, I mean, if I'm going too fast, then, I'll look into it and look at the scripture and say, yeah, well, that's really how I really felt led to read it. But, if you can give me something like, he's speaking of peace here, this is not a scripture where it's, lends itself to being intense or something, and then I'll consider that and I'll look at it. But anyway, now I've probably discouraged anybody from actually, letting me know if it needs work. But, I certainly won't respond and give you a hard time or nothing, but just talk to me, and that's all I ask. All right, we'll get back into 703.